Kolkata, the city of joy. Yet on August 9th, 2024, a pall of grief and anger descended upon its streets. A young doctor, a woman with dreams and aspirations, lay dead, her life brutally cut short within the very walls meant to heal. R.G. Carr Medical College and Hospital, a place of hope and recovery, became a crime scene. The discovery of her body bearing the marks of violence shook the city to its core. A sense of collective shock and disbelief gripped Kolkata. How could this happen? Her story, while unique in its details, resonated with a chilling familiarity. It echoed countless untold stories of women in India, women who dared to dream, to work, to exist in a world that often saw them as targets. The young doctor, in her dedication to serving others, became a tragic symbol of this harsh reality. Her death, a stark reminder of the vulnerability that women face every single day.
The news spread like wildfire. From the bustling streets of Kolkata to the quiet corners of the nation, a collective gasp of horror. The brutal nature of the crime, the sanctity of the hospital violated, ignited a firestorm of emotions. Grief soon morphed into anger. Protests erupted, engulfing the city in a wave of collective fury. Thousands marched, students, doctors, teachers, homemakers, ordinary citizens, all united in their grief, their anger, their demand for justice. No more became the resounding cry. No more silence, no more fear, no more violence. The streets of Kolkata, usually pulsating with life, became a stage for collective mourning and a platform for demanding change.
The Kolkata doctor's murder pierced through the nation's conscience. It laid bare a chilling truth that many preferred to ignore. India, a nation striving for progress and modernity, remained shackled by the chains of deep-rooted patriarchy. The young doctor's death became a symbol of a larger malaise, a malaise that plagued the very fabric of Indian society. Conversations, often hushed and uncomfortable, now took center stage. News channels buzzed with debates, newspapers printed searing editorials, and social media platforms became spaces for sharing stories and demanding accountability. The incident forced a nation to confront its demons, to acknowledge that behind the facade of progress, a dark underbelly of misogyny and violence persisted.
Section 4. The Wheels of Justice Investigation and Arrests. Amidst the public outcry, the wheels of justice began to turn, albeit slowly.
The case, initially handled by the local police, was transferred to the Central Bureau of Investigation amidst allegations of mishandling and a potential cover-up. The CBI, under intense public scrutiny, started its investigation.
Witnesses were questioned, evidence collected, and leads pursued. The pressure was immense, the demand for swift action palpable. Arrests followed.
12 individuals, including a police volunteer, were apprehended. Their alleged involvement in the crime sent shockwaves through the city.
Section 5. A nation demands action, public pressure, and political response. The nation watched, waited, and demanded answers.
The government, facing mounting pressure, promised a thorough investigation and swift justice. Prime Minister Narendra Modi addressed the nation, expressing his concern over the issue of violence against women. His words, however, rang hollow for many.
The public outcry had exposed a deep chasm between political rhetoric and the lived realities of women in India. Critics pointed to the government's inadequate track record in addressing gender-based violence.
Promises of reform and justice, they argued, were often lost in the labyrinthine corridors of power. The Kolkata doctor's murder became a litmus test for a nation grappling with its conscience.
Section 6. Echoes of the Past. A chilling reminder of unfinished battles. The brutality of the Kolkata doctor's murder drew chilling parallels to the past.
The 2012 Delhi gang rape case, a turning point in India's consciousness about gender violence, loomed large. That horrific incident had sparked nationwide protests leading to stricter laws and promises of systemic change.
Yet, here we were again. A decade later, another brutal attack on a woman had shaken the nation. The Kolkata tragedy served as a stark reminder of the long and arduous journey towards a safer India.
It exposed the limitations of legal reforms in a society where patriarchal norms continued to hold sway.
Section 7. A Long Road Ahead. The Fight for a Safer India. The tragic death of the young doctor in Kolkata ignited a crucial conversation. It forced India to confront its demons, to acknowledge the deep-rooted misogyny that permeated its social fabric.
The incident, however, should not be viewed in isolation. It is but one manifestation of a larger systemic issue.
The fight for a safer India requires a multi-pronged approach. Stricter laws, while important, are not enough. There is a dire need to challenge the very structures that perpetuate gender inequality.
Education, awareness, and a fundamental shift in societal attitudes are crucial. The journey ahead is long and arduous, but it is a journey that India cannot afford to postpone any longer.
The memory of the young doctor and countless other women who have suffered violence demands nothing less than a collective commitment to change.